set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now. This is Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
17, 15.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. It's a gain of 30.
A gain of 34 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, 0-15. Check 26, check 26. Yellow, yellow.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson on the move to his left. Throw left side taken in by Miller. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And oh boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Hey, Wood.
To throw again on 2nd down. McCarron, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Missed it. He pulled it left. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Attack, attack.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A run for Nick Chubb. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Yellow, yellow. 180.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter two as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Watson now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run. Hyde. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Carlos Hyde. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A toss play to Chubb. They find some open field here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Miller with a first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Reset.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On the right side, this is Miller.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Watson on first down. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Out of the gun, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans have retaken the lead. From the gun, here's Watson, and that is caught for the 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Watch the eye. Check three, check three, check three.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They go play fake. Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Army. Hey, I got him. That's
Hey, yellow, go.
52.
15.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before the break, Watson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Going deep here for Watkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try to run for it with Miller. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Hill on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year, he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watson, off play action. Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Watson now going to run the option right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Watson on 3rd down. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more.
There he goes left side, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
He's coming. Attack, attack. We got double up, double up.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there on the option. 59 yards. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
On second down, Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Watson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Hyde. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Watkins on the jet sweep. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, Their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.